And you go to Black Guys, and you've reached your journey.
Welcome to the bonus content with Harold Patrick. On the episode, it was amazing because we talk about the crazy people that does taxidermy and about planking on top of each other. If you know what planking is, cool. The subject for the bonus content is I will. It have many angles, okay, but every time you hear like, oh, there's a published scientific study on whatever,
Mhm.
do you immediately feel like validating like that published? Like, I'm gonna rephrase. Like, do you trust when the scientists they have this study on this page that they published this paper? Do you feel some kind of like, oh, this then must be true, must be legit, a nice study?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Because perfect. Because I'm gonna rock your world, little kid.
All
No,
right.
I literally I just find out about this. Okay. There's this page. It's called International Journal of Advanced Computer Technology, right?
Seems official.
Since official, it is official. They've
It's
been
a .org.
they made a peer review open access bi-monthly international journal since 2012. So what happened is that some people send a paper to this journal. They were just tired of the spam they were getting from this page, and they sent a paper called "Get me off your fucking mailing list." You can look it up. Get me off your fucking mailing list. They submit this paper, and it was like a 10-page paper, and I'm gonna show you because I had it. It's just abstract introduction. It's like well written. It just says, "Get me off your fucking mailing list. Get me off your fucking mailing list." Then they have some graphics, and the graphic is like, "Get me off your fucking mailing list." Then they have more. They have more graphics. They have. I'm gonna put the graphics in probably. They have more graphics like, "Get me off your fucking mailing list." What do you think it happened?
Somebody wants them off their fucking mailing list.
What do you think it happened?
Some
They publish it.
to who?
The international like the shit like that they send this to, they publish the paper. They didn't review it. They were like, yeah, this sounds legit. They fucking publish it.
This is like when a booker like gets sent like a comedy clip and they don't watch the clip, but they're like, yeah, they got enough followers. Fucking just
Yeah,
put them up.
fucking put it up.
Just put them up.
They publish this, so that means like this open a lot of discussion on the scientific like talkings like groups, because it's like no one is reviewing the papers that are being sent. So a page that you feel is like, oh, it's legit, is publishing things that may not have any base. Like,
Right.
for example, this like there's nothing informational here. It's like, to get me off your fucking mailing list, but it was published on this page
Sure.
that have like some following. So if this went through, what else could have gone through that is like,
Sure.
this is not true, or no one did experiment on this, like you're just publishing because you want to publish. Like I believe that happened with the news a little bit, that they are just publishing because it's like, oh, we got the news first, we're gonna publish, and then
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, that was fake.
100%. Yeah. Yeah.
So are you a little scared of like the papers you have been reading that is like, yeah, this is legit, that the scientists did the work here? It's like,
Yeah. Now, yeah. I mean, you mention it. Yeah. Now that I'm like, shit. I've definitely probably said some things to people that are just
no,
not.
I just
true.
saw it in a paper. Okay, it was posting this. So
But to be fair, honestly, in my school, they taught us to like don't get your sources just from one spot. Like
Yes.
look at different sources and
Yeah.
see what they're all saying.
and they also teach you the word elite.
Yes. Yes.
But
Sleet.
sleet.
There you go.
But this is the thing. I believe scientists have either too much money or too much free time.
Too much ego.
Money or free time. Ego can be one, but
Money comes with, or ego
Because
comes with money.
I was like, okay, let me go into weird like kind of paper, because if they could publish this, what else?
Sure.
I'm gonna read you the name of some. effects of cocaine on honeybee dance behavior.
Yeah, but that seems interesting.
Yeah, but it's like someone is like, yeah, we're gonna fund you. We're gonna give you cocaine so you can see bees dance.
Yeah, what if they just start like, what if they just start slow dancing or something, or they just start doing the Macarena? Wouldn't that be fucking sick? Wouldn't that be sick, dude? Yeah.
Like,
Or the cha-cha slide or some shit. That would be awesome.
but your tax money is just getting into that. You're like, whatever.
Yeah, but they'll find out eventually, and they won't need to do any more research.
How
so.
would you find out eventually?
Eventually, they will.
How?
Eventually, you find out everything. So, I think I would be okay.
You agree with this?
I agree with that,
With that,
and but yeah, they'll figure it out, and then we won't need to pay taxes on it
really
anymore.
good uses of our resources.
Oh, 100%.
To see if the bees react. Do you think that?
Dude, somebody could go on like America's Got Talent with that thing. You know what I mean?
There
I
was
got dancing bees.
According to the scientific method, they have like a control group that didn't get cocaine, and they're like just bombed. Like, why they do cocaine?
Oh, interesting. See, there you go. We don't test cocaine on animals, do we? We probably do.
Probably, maybe the scientific one is like, I need to try this to see if it's good cocaine.
Right.
Just,
right.
But
to specifically look at the effects on how they dance is
how they dance.
Yeah. Not on anything
else.
Just on how they dance.
The crime rate went up. They're like, yeah. But let me see the dance.
And with that, you've already established that honeybees dance.
Yeah, they do.
They do dance.
They do dance.
All right, we already did that research. We already got that covered.
Now let's see how they dance
on cocaine. That's right.
Okay. Next, this was published. Do you know what? I'll put the links to this.
This is fucking hilarious.
This is a published paper. Okay, next one. Termination of intractable hiccups with digital rectal massage.
Digital rectal massage.
Yeah, I didn't read it, but I was so confused about digital rectal. How do you do a digital?
Is it like a camera up your ass? Is that what they're talking about?
It's a Fortnite.
Yeah.
They put a picture of your ass and they show it to you, and they with a mouse just do it.
Yeah, and this is where your G spot is.
So, it's how do you feel about your money going to? And it's just for treating.
Well, it's
hiccups.
terminated, so I don't think my money's going anywhere anymore.
But this is just for hiccups. Like
but intractable. What the fuck is an intractable hiccup? Is that just a hiccup? They just put it.
That you cannot track.
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted to.
It's a very unattractive hiccup.
Maybe they wanted to put untreatable, but they're Venezuelans, so they don't know they don't know the right word for it.
National Library of Medicine. That's not a real thing. That's not real. That's not a real thing.
A lot of people from the National Library of Medicine just commented like, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, 22-year-old
Harold.
open micer.
Okay, next one. Sword swallowing and its side effects.
I've actually looked that up, and it's actually quite interesting. They start out with coat hangers.
Why did you look this up?
Because I was.
Did you do taxidermy? Like what
I was
happening?
super into like the freak shows and shit, dude.
Okay.
I don't know. I was getting weird. I was getting weird.
Okay, now keep going. They start with.
They start with. It's very actually. These people are
Impressive.
very impressive, dude.
Okay.
Because they start. Well, first of all, they're like they have to get rid of their gag reflex.
Of course.
So you know they're fucking.
They do.
So that's what they basically do is train to get rid of their gag reflex.
By sucking dick. Okay.
By however you feel like. No, but they literally take a coat hanger, like a wire coat hanger, and fold it up and make it like kind of like this basically.
Okay, cool.
Like that. Like they just fold it. And then they just stick it down. And they just slowly go until they can get all the way. And the reason they do a coat hanger first is because it's flexible.
Okay.
So you can like bend down and you won't cut yourself.
Okay.
Right? And then you go to like dull swords. And then you work your way up to actual swords.
And then you go to BBCs, and that's the...
Yes. And then you go to black guys, and you've reached your journey.
That's all you wanted to do all this time.
That's the whole reason you shove coat hangers down your fucking mouth and swords and shit.
You know, like, I've seen videos of, like, they do, like, you know, the balloons that are, like, long?
Yeah.
And that they just do the whole balloon, and then they pop it out.
Oh, true. Yeah.
But...
What if they pull it out and it becomes like an animal already, you know? Like they just pull it out and it's a dog.
It's like, what do you have on your stomach?
Yeah, exactly.
They have a little clown on the stomach. You're like, well, I guess.
But yeah, sword swallowing is very, it's very interesting. Those people are crazy.
Okay, you said your mom in the episode. You said your mom is super supportive to whatever you do. What if one day She's just like, hey Harold, breakfast is ready, and you're Clark Hanger midway like.
Dude, I'm one of those guys that's like, I get into like super weird like hobbies, you know.
And your
I'm
mom-
I'm ridiculously good at the yo-yo for no reason.
Okay.
Like it's just weird like that. Like
Okay.
I like nobody knows I'm good at the yo-yo, but I am.
Now.
Give me a yo-yo, I'll show you some shit.
Like, I don't know how many views this is gonna have, but they know now.
But yeah, and pogo sticks. Like I just randomly just wanted to get good at stuff. Sword swallowing seems like one of those things.
Your mom's like,
I would just learn, and once I learned it, I would never pull it out ever again, unless somebody
you
asked.
just know how to do it.
Yeah.
Or you just get into a party and they have swords. Like, look at this.
Hey, yeah, watch this, guys. Literally.
Okay. But how do you feel about your taxes going to fund this study? Because
To fund this, I mean, they
because-
should already know the effects. Honestly, why are they still?
they really wanted to know.
Yeah.
the
When
side-
did this article come out?
Okay, I don't
What's
know.
the date on this article?
Side effects, diabetes. Like what?
Oh, this was in 2006. You piece of shit.
Well, I didn't look for the time.
Try to trick me.
Let's go to the last one. Ovulatory cycle effects on tip earnings by lap dancers. Economic evidence of human estrus. I have to look what human estrus is, and estrus is when an animal, you know, animal have seasons of mating.
Sure.
Animal estrus will mean that I
Like
don't-
springtime or some shit.
yeah, like when they're ready to mate, like I don't like some birds, they just like after doing the nest, they change the color of their feathers and then they do the dance. So the female sleep with them.
Yeah, somebody's like on the side giving them cocaine
But-
and
but-
stuff, and they do this.
they do this. But yeah, that like some animal have like mating moments. Humans do not. But women have menstrual cycles. But this scientist is like, what if we make a study of if the ovulatory cycle have any effects on the tip earnings of lap dance?
Oh.
This is so specific.
Yeah, I read that and I was like, I didn't really like comprehend. I didn't really comprehend what the fuck they were talking about, so you just broke it down. And I was like,
Yeah, it's not like in general. No. On the tip earnings
yeah, tip earnings, yeah.
on the lap dancers.
Yeah, like can guys tell when they're ovulating so they tip them more, basically?
I didn't read it, but apparently this is what they're according to what is after the two dots. It's like they found out like when they're menstruating, like apparently they get more tips. So they're like, are they making more money because they're menstruating? We don't know.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, can guys tell if women are menstruating?
Yeah, but now,
And does it affect the tips on strippers?
yeah, it's important. It's the tips on strippers. Like
Economic evidence for human estrus. And estrus is like season of mating.
yeah, the season of mating.
So they're trying to. So do humans have a season? Of
I'm
mating?
gonna ask again the question that I did at the beginning. So, do you believe that scientists have too much money / time?
Maybe some of them. maybe some of them. Some. I don't know, dude.
And imagine like every time I show you something like this, you have to remember they have to do the scientific method. So they have
Yeah.
a control group that maybe the control group, it could be many things like strippers without the period or non-strippers. Like
Right.
we gotta check if this
Like this went
non-stripper-
through like an editor and a manager and whole like it went through a whole.
It was a team of people.
before it went. Well, I don't know what fucking some websites you can just push it on there.
and they just went like hidden cameras on the stripper side. Like let's see how much they do
ScienceDirect.com. Yeah, it seems like you need to go through some group of people to get that shit out
to
there.
get the shit published.
Yeah,
So we're gonna
that's insane.
we're gonna end the bonus content just with your
All right, brother.
summing up. What do you think about science papers and scientists after this conversation?
But to be fair, why are you looking that shit up anyways? You know what I mean?
Because I find out the one about get off of my fucking mailing list, and I was like
Oh,
immediately
okay.
being like, if this got published in a scientific page, what else was published that was like fucked up?
Yeah.
So I went into Reddit. Thank you, Reddit, and they just keep putting links, and I just got into the weirdest one,
Got you.
and it's like, how is this a scientific paper? Imagine going to school. It's like, what is your thesis is gonna be like? Well, my thesis is gonna be about is the cycle of menstruation change the tips earnings of lap dancers? It's
like you're 14. Why are you going to why are you going to the strip clubs, dude?
like actually I can, but this is why the way they can allow it's just a whole host to get the stripper bouncer to allow you in. It's like no, is this for school?
Yeah, who goes to the strip club for research? Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I'm just here to do some study real quick.
And the bouncer is like, no, you're 14. It's like, yeah, no, this is I'm gonna reprove. Like I need this for my school, okay?
Dude, that's yeah. So to answer your original question, there's probably
What do you think about scientists right now?
Scientists right now, they're getting way too famous. They should always be behind the the curtain.
We're gonna end with this. Apparently, there's like a rumor that Neil Tice deGrasse.
No, yeah.
Apparently, rumors again. I don't know, but apparently, they're saying that he is actually not smart, but he's playing a character that is smart.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
But because like every person that is like actually that intelligent is like, we don't behave like this.
Right.
Like this is not no. So it's like, maybe imagine if that's true. Like for me, it's a rumor. It's not true. But imagine if that's true. It's like he's just playing a character that is smart. So we've been trusting this scientist that maybe he's just like, yeah, I just read what I have to say and I just said it and people believe me.
Right. But we always had like the TV scientist guy, and then we had like the actual scientist guys.
Yeah.
You know, like we had fucking Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, but we had fucking exactly. You can't even, you're not even supposed to know their name. They're just out there doing
anything, okay?
They're just literally out there just doing their shit. You know what I mean?
Don't trust nobody. That's the bottom line.
But like Brian Cox, you know what I mean? Brian Cox has been a fucking physicist forever. You know what I mean? And he only got famous because of Joe Rogan and shit.
I love it because it happened the other way around. That it's like, oh, you know the guy who plays the drums in Red Hot Chili Pepper, he have a PhD on physical quantics. It's like, what? Like there's some people like that. I don't know if the drummer of like Red Hot Chili Pepper, but there's like a drummer or like Red Hot Chili Pepper or Foo Fighters or one of these band that AC/DC. I have to find out which one, but he literally have a PhD on physical quantics, and it's like, what? Like what the fuck?
Yeah. Some celebrities just have those weird.
Yeah, some weird shit. Natalie Portman, she's like incredibly clever.
I heard that too.
But thank you for watching that. This was a super fun.
Thank you for having me on, brother.
Yeah. If you wanna, this is gonna come out in 3 weeks. So if you have any shows, anything you wanna add to yourself, just your moment.
Oh, in 3 weeks? That's too far out. I get booked like very last minute.
I'm gonna be
dude.
drunk. Okay.
Yeah, I get. I don't know. 3 weeks? Yeah, I don't think I got anything 3 weeks out.
Well, fuck it.
Sorry.
Adios.
Adios.